I shuddered to think who that someone would be. I took a few steps forward, beckoning for my men to follow. Perhaps if we hurried, we could get out before they got in. But any hopes I had of reaching the escape pods melted away as the airlock fell inward. There was no breaching tunnel to keep the ship pressurized, and yet we could still breathe. All I saw were stars and a strange shimmering effect, as though reality itself had been altered. Figures clad head to toe in black stepped through the breach. They seemed to materialize out of thin air, pointing their weapons at us. The sheer terror I felt nearly froze me in place, but somehow I remembered how to move my limbs. I raised my arms high above my head, every muscle in my body trembling. "We surrender. Please don't hurt us," I shouted. Well, I tried to shout. At least it came out as more of a whimper. The last thing I remember before I passed out was one of the shadowy beings approaching and pulling a bag over my head. Colonel Daniel Kelly had stopped by for a progress report on the interrogation. A group of officers were watching through a one-way mirror as intelligence officers grilled the captive alien general. So far, they had picked up a lot of crucial information on the Lear Empire's military capabilities, tactics, and plans from him. It was strange how cooperative he was. He pleaded with human interrogators not to curse his soul on more than one occasion, promising he would tell them whatever they wanted to know. The groveling and the hysterics did not seem becoming of an officer of any army. "This sniveling guy is one of their highest-ranking generals?" Colonel Kelly asked in a derisive tone. "Why in the hell is he acting like this?" Lieutenant Rossshare smiled. "Well, sir, apparently the Xenos have no concept of stealth technology. Since our cloaked ships were invisible to them, they think they were attacked by ghosts." "Seriously? In that case, we should send him back. If he tells his buddies about the ghosts, maybe they'll call off the invasion." The colonel tapped on the glass twice to signal for the interrogators to exit the room. He stepped into the cell, eyeing the gray-skinned alien in his custody. The Lear general cowered under his gaze. "Well, it looks like today is your lucky day. We're going to send you home on one condition," Colonel Kelly said. The alien looked at him earnestly. "I'll do anything. We have a message for the Empire, and we want you to relay it. Tell them in these exact words, stay the away from Earth." When had an Imperial general ever lost a battle, let alone an entire fleet? We had powerful technology in our arsenal and masterful tacticians among our ranks. Nobody could rival our martial prowess, or so we had thought. So how had a lot of primitive, quibbling apes managed to defeat us? A few of the other generals were buying General Isaac's ghost stories, but as Emperor, I had the ultimate say. There were two more likely scenarios in my mind, neither of which reflected well on Aki. Either he was utterly incompetent and had been bested by the monkeys without inflicting a single enemy casualty and was covering his ass with ridiculous stories, or he was a traitor who had conspired with the enemy and walked the fleet into a trap. As such, it was my decree that he was to be hanged for treason. I reconvened the generals, deciding I would sit in on the planning session this time. We would regroup, and we would get the conquest of Earth right this time. I expected tactical suggestions, but everyone was quiet. It seemed that none of them wanted to volunteer themselves for deployment. That fool Isaki had gotten in their heads with his tall tales. "If I don't start hearing some ideas in the next few seconds, I'm going to string all of you up," I snarled. General TM cleared her throat nervously. "My lord, what if we just invade a different planet? There are certainly other planets. I don't see why this one is so important." "Ik leerte her. It's not that Earth is important. It's the message we be sending to our other subjects by admitting defeat. The humans must be crushed and reminded of our superiority." "You're right, Your Highness," she replied. "What if we try talking to them? Ask them to surrender? If we're as superior as you say, there's no need to waste any more resources on this." I drummed my fingers on the table, considering her proposal. "Indeed, we are the finest army in the galaxy. The humans will be cowering and begging for mercy at the mention of our might. Open communications lines. I'll speak to them myself." I glanced at the view screen as our technicians established communications with Terran Command. A gray-haired, uniformed human appeared on screen, his expression rather smug, which I did not like at all. This was clearly no ethereal wraith. This was a real, corporeal being. "This is Colonel Kelly of the Terran Space Force. I take it you got our message." A mischievous light danced in the man's eyes. "Thanks for the ships, by the way. They'll make great additions to our scrapyards." I sprang to my feet, outraged by his mocking tone. You wretched humans will pay dearly for what you have done. Surrender now or face the full wrath of the Empire. Colonel Kilisigid. You guys really want round two? Well, don't say we didn't warn you. The human officer seemed more annoyed than concerned as he signaled something to the people behind him. I was struggling to rein in my anger. Never before had anyone been so dismissive of our forces. Such arrogance could not be tolerated. After we conquered their world, I would order that we raze their major cities. The Empire needed to make an example out of these Terran pests. You're bluffing. If you were really so confident, you would have struck back already, I responded. Colonel Kilishhagid, there are people who want us to blow you off the map, but most of us don't like killing civilians. We just needed time to weigh the odds and decide on the best course of action. And what is that, exactly? Well, humanity just wants to be left alone, and it seems that the quickest way to do that is to eliminate you. Ha, you dare to threaten the Emperor. My security fleet would obliterate you before you got within a parsec of this city. Yes, your security fleet. Why didn't we think of that? I wasn't too sure about human voice inflection, but the last query came off as sarcastic in nature. If this talk was nothing but bluster, the colonel needed a raise. His acting was marvelous. A quick glance around the room told me that his flippancy had further unsettled my generals, who'd been listening in. While I was confident that this man was just posturing, I decided to look through our intelligence on the Terra military anyway. It would not hurt to prepare countermeasures if they really were planning to attack our capital city. I thumbed through the official dossier on Earth. There was surprisingly little information available about them. Their government consisted of a coalition of regional states, often rendered immobile by political disagreement. They had one extraplanetary colony, the fourth planet in their system, which only had a few small settlements. None of that was particularly impressive, but we had zero information about their military capabilities. That seemed impossible. Either the Terrans were hiding their fleet, or anyone who had seen it did not. Live to tell about it. The only witness testimony we had was from pirates, and now a failed general claiming ghost ships lurked in their system. Perhaps that was their play, to scare us off with mind games, rumors, and trickery. The entire Terran populace was less than the amount of conscripted soldiers we had. Regardless of what weaponry they possessed, we could outmatch them based on sheer numbers alone. Nice palace, by the way, Colonel Kelly remarked, snapping me out of my thoughts. Finally, a comment that conveyed some level of respect. At least the humans could appreciate some of the Empire's creations. I offered a slight smile. Thank you. Quite a fine work of Lear engineering. It's a shame you can only see this room here. The exterior is absolutely stunning. You're mistaken. I can see the outside just fine. Glass roofs, silver arches, lots of statues. I froze. There was no way the humans knew what the Grand Palace looked like from past experience. No Terran delegation had ever visited our sector. His wording also implied that he was viewing the palace from an aerial vantage at this moment. But not a single intrusion alarm had been triggered, nor had a single patrol ship sent out a warning. How could they have gotten past our defenses? Colonel Kelly chuckled at my reaction. Look up, Emperor. We could just end you now, but I want your final sight to be our ships. I gazed up at the transparent ceiling. All I could see was the empty amber sky and sunlight pouring in through the glass. But this serene view proved to be a mirage. Hundreds of fighters appeared out of thin air, as though conjured by magic. Glimpsing the fleet hovering over the palace, I knew that my demise was imminent. Alarms finally sounded as the Terran ships made themselves visible, and our commanders tried to scramble a response. I knew that it was too late. Their railguns were already powered up and aimed at our headquarters. Any last words? Asked the colonel. Perhaps you will cry and plead for your life as your general did. I doubt it will work, but you're welcome to try. I stared blankly at the gloating human officer. I took a deep breath, feeling the air fill my lungs for one of the last times. Collecting my thoughts was not an easy task under the circumstances, but I needed to maintain my composure. I would not give the humans the satisfaction of seeing my fear. An honorable death was all I could hope for. The Emperor bows to no one. My voice was calm and level, despite the terror coursing through my veins. I only wish to know how you did this, to understand those who bested us before I meet my end. Colonel Kelly's eyes darkened. Our secret. We are one with the shadows. Those were the last words I heard as a blinding flash washed away my existence. Colonel Kelly watched as the palace crumbled under the barrage of firepower. The destruction of the Lear capital was a decisive blow, one that would echo throughout the galaxy. He turned to his officers, who were monitoring the situation. Make sure the message is broadcasted to all Lear-controlled worlds. They need to know what happens when they cross Earth. The officers nodded, working quickly to ensure the broadcast reached every corner of the Empire. Images of the ruined palace, the once mighty symbol of Lear dominance, now reduced to rubble, would serve as a stark warning to any other would-be aggressors. Kelly knew this victory would not only end the immediate threat but also deter future invasions. As the Terran fleet began to withdraw, Kelly took a moment to reflect on the mission's success. The use of their cloak technology had been a gamble, but it had paid off. The element of surprise, combined with their superior tactics, had ensured a swift and decisive victory. Kelly knew they couldn't afford to rest on their laurels, though. The galaxy was vast, and there were other threats out there. Back on Earth, the news of the victory over the Lear Empire was met with celebrations. Cities across the planet erupted in joyous cheers, fireworks lighting up the night sky. The sense of unity and pride was palpable. For the first time in a long while, humanity felt truly secure. In the aftermath of the battle, the Terran government focused on rebuilding and strengthening their defenses. Engineers and scientists worked tirelessly to improve their technology, ensuring that they would be ready for any future conflicts. The military, bolstered by their recent success, recruited new members eager to defend their home. Colonel Kelly was promoted for his leadership during the battle. Despite the accolades, he remained humble, recognizing that it was a team effort. His focus shifted to ensuring that the Terran forces remained vigilant and prepared. The Lear Empire might have been defeated, but there were always other dangers lurking in the shadows. In the remnants of the Lear Empire, chaos reigned. The sudden and devastating loss of their capital had thrown the leadership into disarray. Factions within the Empire vied for power, each claiming they had the right to lead. The once unified force was now splintered and weakened. Some generals, still loyal to the fallen emperor, attempted to rally their troops and strike back at the Terrans. However, without a central command and facing the fear of the mysterious Terran ghosts, their efforts were disorganized and ineffective. Other factions sought to broker peace, realizing that another confrontation would only lead to further destruction. Amidst the turmoil, whispers of rebellion began to spread. The conquered worlds, seeing the Empire's vulnerability, started to rise up against their oppressors. The shockwave of the Terran victory had ignited a spark of hope among the subjugated planets, fueling their desire for freedom. On Earth, the victory over the Lear Empire marked the beginning of a new era. The Terran government, aware of their newfound influence, sought to form alliances with other civilizations. They reached out to planets that had suffered under Lear rule, offering support and friendship. Diplomatic missions were sent across the galaxy, forging bonds and building a network of allies. The Terrans knew that unity was their greatest strength. By standing together with other free worlds, they could ensure peace and stability. Colonel Kelly played a key role in these efforts. His experience and wisdom were invaluable in navigating the complex web of interstellar politics. He understood that their victory over the Lear was just the beginning. The true challenge lay in maintaining peace and fostering cooperation among the diverse species of the galaxy. In the shadows, remnants of the Lear Empire still plotted their revenge. A group of loyalists, refusing to accept defeat, went into hiding. They sought to rebuild their forces in secret, biding their time for the perfect moment to strike back. These shadowy figures were a reminder that peace was always fragile and that vigilance was necessary. However, the Terrans and their allies were not complacent. They had learned from their encounters with the Lear and were prepared to face any threats that emerged. The galaxy was a vast and unpredictable place, but humanity had proven that they could adapt and overcome. As the stars continued to shine brightly in the night sky, a sense of hope prevailed. The Terran victory had set a precedent, showing that even the mightiest empires could fall. It was a time of change, a time of new beginnings. And though shadows lingered, the light of unity and determination would guide humanity and their allies toward a brighter future. Colonel Kelly sat in a large meeting room, surrounded by representatives from various star systems. The air was thick with tension, but there was also a sense of cautious optimism. Delegates from planets previously under Lear rule were present, as well as those who had managed to remain independent. This was the first time such a diverse group had gathered with the intent of forging a lasting peace. "Welcome, everyone," Kelly began, his voice steady and confident. We are here today not just as survivors of the Lear Empire, but as potential allies in a new era of cooperation and mutual respect. The defeat of the Lear was a testament to what we can achieve when we stand united. A representative from the Zalon Federation, a race known for their technological prowess, nodded in agreement. The Terran victory has given hope to many. We believe that by sharing our knowledge and resources, we can ensure that no empire will ever rise to oppress us again. The discussions that followed were long and sometimes heated, but by the end of the day, a new coalition had been formed. The Alliance of Free Worlds was born, dedicated to maintaining peace and defending against any future threats. This was a significant step toward a stable and secure galaxy. While the Alliance celebrated their newfound unity, the remnants of the Lear Empire were regrouping in the shadows. The Loyalists had found refuge on a remote, uncharted planet, where they were rebuilding their forces. Led by a cunning and ruthless former general, they planned their revenge meticulously. General Rax stood before his assembled troops, his eyes burning with determination. We were defeated not by superior strength, but by deceit and trickery. The Terrans used their stealth technology to catch us off guard. We will not make that mistake again. We will develop our own cloaking devices and strike back when they least expect it. The Lear Loyalists worked tirelessly, reverse engineering stolen Terran technology and integrating it with their own advanced weaponry. They knew that a direct confrontation would be suicidal. Instead, they planned to wage a guerrilla war, striking at key targets and sowing chaos within the Alliance. Months passed, and the Alliance of Free Worlds was thriving. Trade routes were established, cultural exchanges flourished, and technological advancements were shared. However, the peace was abruptly shattered by a series of coordinated attacks on key Alliance installations. Colonel Kelly was in a strategy meeting when the news came in. "Sir, we've lost contact with 3 of our outposts. Initial reports indicate heavy casualties and significant damage," an officer reported. Kelly's face hardened. "It's the Lear Loyalists. They've been biding their time, and now they're trying to destabilize us. We need to respond swiftly and decisively." The Alliance forces were mobilized, and a plan was put into action to hunt down the hidden Lear bases. Intelligence agents worked around the clock to gather information, while fleets were dispatched to patrol vulnerable sectors. Kelly led a task force to track down the Lear Loyalists. Using advanced sensors and intelligence reports, they began to narrow down possible locations. The pursuit was relentless, with skirmishes breaking out as the Loyalists tried to evade capture. During one of these encounters, they managed to capture a high-ranking Loyalist officer. Under interrogation, the officer revealed the location of their main base. Kelly knew this was their chance to deal a decisive blow to the remnants of the Lear Empire. The fleet descended upon a remote planet, catching the Loyalists off guard. Fierce battles erupted in the skies and on the ground. The Alliance forces were well prepared, their training and superior numbers overwhelming the Loyalist defenses. General Rax knew the end was near. His forces were being overwhelmed, and retreat was no longer an option. He gathered his remaining troops for one last stand. "We may fall today, but our spirit will live on. We will fight to the last breath and show the galaxy that we do not bow easily." The final battle was intense and brutal. The Loyalists fought with the desperation of those who knew they had nothing to lose. However, the Alliance forces were relentless, pushing forward despite heavy resistance. Colonel Kelly himself led the charge, determined to see the threat eliminated once and for all. He confronted General Rax in the heat of battle. "This ends now, Rax. Surrender, and your men might be spared." Rax laughed bitterly. "Surrender is not in our nature, Terran. We fight to the death." The duel was fierce, but Kelly's skill and determination won out. As Rax fell, the remaining Loyalists surrendered, knowing their cause was lost. With the Loyalist threat neutralized, the Alliance of Free Worlds could finally focus on building a lasting peace. Reconstruction efforts began in earnest, with former Lear territories being rebuilt and integrated into the Alliance. Colonel Kelly returned to Earth a hero, but he remained humble, aware of the sacrifices that had been made. The galaxy was still a dangerous place, but the bonds forged in the fires of war had created a unity that promised a brighter future. As the Alliance continued to grow, Kelly knew that vigilance was key. There would always be threats, both known and unknown. But with the strength of their unity and the lessons learned from their battles, humanity and their allies were ready to face whatever came next. The stars shone brightly, a testament to the resilience and determination of those who had fought for peace. And as long as those stars continue to shine, so too will the hope for a better tomorrow. With the Alliance of Free Worlds now a reality, a new governing body was established to ensure fair representation and decision-making among its members. The Galactic Council convened for the first time, a grand assembly of delegates from every member world. The council chamber was a magnificent structure, a symbol of unity and cooperation. Colonel Kelly, now an esteemed advisor to the council, watched as representatives took their seats. The first order of business was to elect a leader who would preside over the council and ensure that all voices were heard. After much deliberation, a seasoned diplomat from the Zalon Federation, Ambassador Vera, was chosen. "Thank you for this honor," Vera said, addressing the assembly. "Together, we will work to maintain peace and prosperity in our galaxy. Let this council be a beacon of hope for all who seek freedom and justice." The Galactic Council set about creating laws and policies that would promote trade, scientific collaboration, and mutual defense. They established protocols for dealing with external threats and ensuring the protection of all member worlds. It was a monumental task, but one that filled them with determination and hope. As the council focused on governance, exploration efforts resumed in earnest. Uncharted regions of the galaxy beckoned, promising new resources, knowledge, and potential allies. The Terran Space Force, along with ships from other Alliance worlds, embarked on missions to explore these unknown territories. One such mission, led by Captain Alaravas, discovered an ancient alien artifact on a distant moon. The artifact emitted a powerful energy signature and was unlike anything they had ever seen. The discovery sparked excitement and curiosity throughout the Alliance. Scientists from various worlds converged to study the artifact, deciphering its origins and potential uses. The artifact, believed to be a remnant of a long-lost civilization, contained advanced technology that could revolutionize their understanding of energy and propulsion. "We've only scratched the surface of its capabilities," Dr. Lin, a leading Terran scientist, remarked. "This artifact could change everything we know about space travel." As research on the artifact progressed, strange occurrences began to unfold. Some scientists reported experiencing vivid visions and dreams, glimpses of a civilization that once thrived in the galaxy. These visions hinted at a tragic downfall, a cataclysm that had wiped out the ancient race. Colonel Kelly was called to a secret meeting with key council members. "We believe the artifact is more than just a piece of technology," Ambassador Vera said. "It may hold the key to understanding a great threat that once existed and could potentially rise again." The visions were analyzed, and it became clear that the ancient civilization had faced a powerful adversary. The council decided to prioritize uncovering the full history of this long-lost race and the nature of their enemy. They dispatched teams to explore ruins and other artifacts, seeking answers to prevent a similar fate. The exploration teams uncovered more artifacts and ruins, piecing together the story of the ancient civilization. They learned that this race, known as the Illyrians, had faced an overwhelming force called the Scyther, a malevolent entity that consumed entire star systems. The Scyther had been defeated by the Illyrians at great cost, but the exact method of their victory remained a mystery. The Illyrians had left behind warnings and clues, urging future civilizations to be vigilant and prepared for the possible return of the Scyther. As this information was revealed, unease spread throughout the Alliance. The Council called for a summit to address the potential threat. "We must be ready," Colonel Kelly said. "If the Scyther return, we need to be united and prepared to face them." The Alliance mobilized its resources, focusing on enhancing their defenses and technology. The ancient artifact provided valuable insights, leading to advancements in energy shields and weaponry. Training programs were established to prepare military forces for the possibility of a Scyther invasion. Allied worlds worked together to fortify their systems, creating a network of defense satellites and early warning systems. The sense of urgency brought the members of the Alliance closer, strengthening their bonds and fostering a spirit of cooperation. In the meantime, the search for more Illyrian knowledge continued. Archaeological teams delved deeper into ancient ruins, hoping to uncover the final piece of the puzzle that would reveal how the Illyrians had defeated the Scyther. A breakthrough came when a team led by Dr. Lin discovered a hidden chamber deep within an Illyrian ruin. Inside, they found a repository of knowledge, including detailed records of the Scyther War and the technology used to defeat them. The key to their victory had been a device called the Celestial Prism, capable of harnessing immense energy to banish the Scyther. The discovery was shared with the Galactic Council, and plans were immediately set in motion to replicate the Celestial Prism. Engineers and scientists from across the Alliance worked tirelessly to understand and recreate the ancient device. "We're on the verge of something monumental," Dr. Lin said. "With this technology, we can protect our galaxy from the Scyther and any other threats that may arise." As the Alliance neared completion of the celestial prism, ominous signs indicated that the Scyther were indeed returning. Reports of stars flickering and strange energy readings began to emerge from the edges of the galaxy. The Council convened an emergency session to address the situation. "Time is running out," Colonel Kelly warned. "We must complete the celestial prism and prepare for the worst." The final components of the prism were assembled, and tests confirmed its functionality. The Alliance mobilized its fleets and positioned them around the critical locations where the Scyther were expected to appear. The atmosphere was tense, but the resolve of the Allied forces was unwavering. The Scyther invasion began with a devastating assault on several frontier worlds. Their dark, swirling ships emerged from hyperspace, consuming everything in their path. The Alliance forces responded with coordinated strikes, using their enhanced technology to hold the line. Colonel Kelly led the main fleet, directing operations from the flagship Sentinel. "Focus on containment," he ordered. "We need to buy time for the celestial prism to be deployed." The battle raged on multiple fronts, with fierce fighting and heavy casualties on both sides. The Scyther's power was immense, but the Alliance's preparation and unity gave him a fighting chance. Finally, the celestial prism was activated, its energy radiating across the battlefield. The device's power created a blinding light, engulfing the Scyther ships and disrupting their energy. Slowly but surely, the Dark Invaders began to disintegrate, their presence fading from the galaxy. The battle was won, but at great cost. The victory over the Scyther was a turning point for the galaxy. The Alliance of Free Worlds emerged stronger and more united than ever before. They had faced an ancient enemy and triumphed, proving that cooperation and determination could overcome even the greatest threats. Colonel Kelly, hailed as a hero, continued to serve as an advisor and mentor to the new generation of leaders. The Galactic Council established a permanent task force to monitor for any future threats and to continue exploring the mysteries of the galaxy. As the stars shone brightly, symbolizing hope and resilience, the Alliance looked toward a future of peace and prosperity. The legacy of the Illyrians and the lessons learned from the battles fought would guide them in safeguarding the galaxy for generations to come. And so a new era dawned, filled with the promise of discovery, unity, and the enduring spirit of those who had fought for freedom. The galaxy, vast and full of wonders, awaited the next chapter in its ever-evolving story. The galaxy had entered an era of peace, yet the scars of past conflicts were still evident. The Galactic Council knew that maintaining this fragile peace required constant effort and vigilance. To reinforce their unity, they established the Echoes of Unity Initiative, a series of cultural exchanges, festivals, and joint scientific ventures designed to strengthen the bonds between member worlds. The first major event was held on Terra, the home planet of humanity. Delegates and citizens from across the galaxy gathered in the sprawling city of New Horizon, which had been transformed into a vibrant tapestry of different cultures. The highlight was a grand ceremony where representatives from each world shared their traditions, art, and knowledge. Ambassador Vera addressed the crowd. "Today, we celebrate our diversity and the strength it brings us. By learning from one another and embracing our differences, we build a foundation that no force can shatter." The event was a resounding success, fostering new friendships and collaborations. It was a reminder that their greatest strength lay in their unity and mutual respect. Despite the outward harmony, not everyone was content with the new order. In the darker corners of the galaxy, whispers of dissent and rebellion began to spread. A faction known as the Shadows Within, comprised of former Lear loyalists and disillusioned members of the Alliance, sought to disrupt the peace and reclaim their lost power. Their leader, a charismatic and ruthless figure named Nyx, believed that the Alliance's ideals of unity and cooperation were naive. Nyx and his followers carried out a series of covert operations, targeting key installations and sowing discord among the member worlds. Colonel Kelly and his intelligence team were tasked with uncovering and neutralizing this threat. "We cannot allow these extremists to undermine everything we've built," Kelly said during a briefing. "We need to be proactive and cut off their support before they gain too much power." Tracking down the Shadows Within proved to be a daunting task. Nyx was a master of subterfuge, and his network was vast and elusive. Kelly's team employed advanced surveillance and undercover operatives to gather intelligence on the faction's movements. One breakthrough came when they intercepted a communication revealing the location of a major shadows within base on the remote planet of Xander. Kelly led a strike team to raid the base, hoping to capture Nix and dismantle his organization. The mission was intense and dangerous, with heavy resistance from the entrenched loyalists. In the chaos, Kelly confronted Nix, who managed to escape, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Despite the setback, the raid yielded valuable information about the faction's plans and operations. Realizing that the shadows within were more organized and dangerous than anticipated, the Galactic Council called for a summit to address the threat. Delegates from all member worlds attended, pledging their support in the fight against the insurgents. "We must stand united against this common enemy," Ambassador Vera declared. "If we falter, everything we've achieved could be undone." The Alliance formed a special task force, combining the best soldiers, spies, and strategists from across the galaxy. Their mission was to locate and eliminate Nix and his followers, no matter the cost. Colonel Kelly was appointed as the commander of this elite unit. The task force tracked Nix to a hidden stronghold on the moon of Epsilon Prime. This was the heart of the shadows within, heavily fortified and bristling with defenses. The Alliance forces launched a coordinated assault, determined to end the threat once and for all. The battle was fierce and grueling, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. Kelly led the charge, his determination unwavering. He confronted Nix in the depths of the stronghold, their final showdown a brutal and desperate struggle. "You think your ideals can save this galaxy?" Nix sneered. "Unity is a lie. Only the strong survive." "You're wrong," Kelly replied, his voice steady. "We've proven that together. We are stronger than any force that tries to divide us." With a final decisive strike, Kelly subdued Nix. The remaining loyalists, leaderless and demoralized, surrendered. The shadows within had been defeated, but at great cost. With the insurgent threat neutralized, the focus shifted to healing the wounds left by the conflict. The Galactic Council initiated programs to rebuild trust and address the grievances that had fueled the rebellion. They recognized that unity required ongoing effort and understanding. Colonel Kelly, now a revered figure across the galaxy, advocated for reconciliation and dialogue. "We must learn from our past mistakes and strive to create a future where everyone feels valued and heard," he urged. The Alliance established forums for open communication, allowing citizens to voice their concerns and participate in the decision-making process. These measures helped to rebuild trust and foster a sense of belonging among the diverse populations of the galaxy. Years passed, and the Alliance of Free Worlds flourished. The lessons learned from their struggles had made them stronger and more resilient. Scientific advancements and cultural exchanges continued to enrich their societies, and the bonds of unity grew ever stronger. Colonel Kelly retired from active duty, dedicating his time to mentoring the next generation of leaders. His legacy was one of courage, wisdom, and an unshakable belief in the power of unity. As the galaxy looked towards the future, they knew that challenges would always arise. But they also knew that together, they could overcome any obstacle. The stars shone brightly, a testament to their enduring spirit and the promise of a better tomorrow. And so the story of the Alliance of Free Worlds continued, a saga of hope, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds that held them together. The galaxy, vast and full of wonders, awaited the next chapter in its ever-evolving tale. To ensure the continuity of their ideals and prepare future generations, the Galactic Council established the Academy of Unity. This institution was dedicated to training young leaders, scientists, and diplomats from all member worlds. Located on a neutral planet, the Academy became a symbol of cooperation and shared knowledge. Colonel Kelly was a frequent guest lecturer, sharing his experiences and wisdom with the cadets. "True leadership is not about power, but about serving others and working together," he often reminded them. The Academy's curriculum was diverse, covering subjects from advanced sciences to diplomacy, ethics, and history. Cadets learned the importance of understanding and respecting different cultures, fostering a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect. One of the Academy's most promising students, Lyra, a young diplomat from the planet Triax, showed exceptional promise. Her ability to mediate conflicts and find common ground earned her the admiration of her peers and instructors. During a routine exploration mission, a team of Academy graduates discovered a planet that had been lost to history. This world, known as Thalassia, was covered in lush forests and ancient ruins, hinting at a once great civilization. Lyra was assigned to lead the diplomatic team to investigate Thalassia and establish contact with any surviving inhabitants. Upon arrival, they encountered the Thalassians, a reclusive but advanced people who had shunned galactic politics for centuries. The Thalassians possessed unique technologies and a deep connection to nature, which intrigued the Alliance. Lyra's diplomatic skills were put to the test as she navigated the delicate task of building trust and fostering cooperation. Through patience and understanding, Lyra managed to gain the trust of the Thalassian leaders. She learned that their isolation had been a protective measure against past galactic conflicts, but they were now open to the possibility of joining the Alliance. The Thalassians shared their knowledge of sustainable living and environmental stewardship, which proved invaluable to the Alliance. In return, the Alliance offered support in technological advancements and defense. The inclusion of Thalassia in the Alliance was celebrated as a major victory for diplomacy and cooperation. It also highlighted the importance of respecting each world's unique history and contributions. While the Alliance thrived, dissent still simmered in some corners of the galaxy. A faction known as the Iron Hand began to gain traction, advocating for a more militaristic and authoritarian approach to galactic governance. They believed that the Alliance's focus on diplomacy and unity made them weak. The Iron Hand's leader, a charismatic former military officer named Yarrick, exploited economic hardships and political disagreements to rally support. His speeches were fiery and passionate, promising strength and order. The Galactic Council, aware of the growing unrest, debated on how to address the issue. Ambassador Vera urged caution and dialogue, while others called for a stronger military response. Tensions escalated as the Iron Hand carried out acts of sabotage and provoked skirmishes on the fringes of Alliance space. The Galactic Council authorized a series of peacekeeping missions to stabilize the affected regions and prevent further escalation. Lyra, now a respected diplomat, was sent to mediate talks with Yarrick and his followers. She hoped to find a peaceful resolution and address the underlying grievances that fueled their discontent. Violence will only bring more suffering, Lyra argued during a tense negotiation. We can find a way to address your concerns within the framework of the Alliance. Yarrick, however, was resolute. The Alliance is weak. Only through strength can we secure our future. If you won't join us, then you'll stand in our way. As diplomacy failed, the Iron Hand launched a full-scale assault on several key Alliance worlds. The Galactic Council had no choice but to defend themselves, mobilizing their fleets and preparing for battle. Colonel Kelly, though retired, was called back to duty to help coordinate the defense. "This is not just a battle for territory," he said. "It's a battle for the soul of the Alliance." The conflict was brutal and widespread, with both sides suffering heavy losses. The Iron Hand's forces were well-trained and disciplined, but the Alliance's unity and resolve proved to be a formidable match. Lyra continued to push for a peaceful resolution, even as the fighting raged on. She worked tirelessly to communicate with dissenting factions within the Iron Hand, seeking allies who might be swayed by her message of unity. The tide of the conflict began to turn when a key Iron Hand commander, General Eric, defected to the Alliance. He had grown disillusioned with Jarrick's vision and believed that the Alliance's ideals were worth defending. General Eric provided crucial intelligence that allowed the Alliance to launch a decisive strike against the Iron Hand's stronghold. The battle was fierce, but the Alliance emerged victorious, capturing Yarrick and dismantling the Iron Hand's command structure. In the aftermath, Lyra negotiated terms of surrender and amnesty for those willing to reintegrate into the Alliance. Her efforts helped to heal the wounds of war and rebuild trust among the divided populations. With the Iron Hand defeated, the galaxy once again turned towards rebuilding and healing. The Galactic Council implemented reforms to address the grievances that had led to the conflict, ensuring that all voices were heard and represented. Colonel Kelly finally retired for good, confident that the future was in capable hands. Lyra, now a prominent figure in the council, continued to champion the values of unity and cooperation. The Academy of Unity expanded its programs, incorporating lessons learned from recent events and emphasizing the importance of vigilance, empathy, and resilience. As the stars continued to shine brightly, the Alliance of Free Worlds embraced a new era of peace and prosperity. They had faced and overcome many challenges, and their story was a testament to the enduring power of unity and the unbreakable bonds that held them together. The galaxy, vast and full of wonders, awaited the next chapter in its ever-evolving tale. In the wake of peace, the Alliance of Free Worlds turned its focus towards innovation and progress. The Academy of Unity spearheaded a new initiative called the Seeds of Innovation, encouraging collaborative research and development projects across member worlds. This initiative aimed to harness the diverse talents and knowledge within the Alliance to address pressing challenges such as energy sustainability, healthcare, and space exploration. Dr. Miko Tanaka, a renowned scientist from Terra, led a groundbreaking project on renewable energy sources. Her team, composed of scientists from various planets, developed a revolutionary energy matrix that could harness the power of stellar radiation efficiently. This advancement promised to solve energy crises and reduce the environmental impact of traditional energy sources. The future of the galaxy lies in our ability to innovate and work together, Dr. Tanaka declared during a presentation at the Galactic Council. We are capable of achieving wonders when we unite our strengths. While the Alliance forged ahead, remnants of old conflicts still lingered. On the outer fringes of the galaxy, forgotten war zones and derelict battlefields became havens for pirates and criminals. The Galactic Council launched a series of missions to reclaim and rehabilitate these areas, transforming them into thriving communities. Captain Rain, a decorated Alliance officer, was assigned to lead the reclamation efforts on the war-torn planet of Viridian. Upon arrival, Rain and her team encountered fierce resistance from entrenched pirate factions. These criminals, exploiting the planet's resources, had established a stronghold and refused to relinquish control. Viridian deserves a chance to rebuild and flourish, Captain Rain told her team. We will bring order and hope back to this planet. Through strategic planning and relentless perseverance, Rain's forces gradually pushed back the pirates. They worked closely with the local population, providing security and support to rebuild their lives. The reclamation of Viridian became a symbol of the Alliance's commitment to restoring peace and prosperity to all its territories. In the midst of their efforts, the Alliance received a distress signal from a remote sector known as the Whispering Void. This region was shrouded in mystery, with rumors of strange phenomena and vanished ships. Few had ventured into the void, and even fewer had returned. Commander Zara Cade, an experienced explorer, volunteered to lead a mission into the Whispering Void to investigate the distress signal. Her crew, composed of scientists, engineers, and soldiers, embarked on the perilous journey, determined to uncover the truth. As they navigated the eerie, uncharted expanse, they encountered bizarre anomalies and remnants of an ancient, advanced civilization. The distress signal led them to a colossal derelict spacecraft, seemingly abandoned for millennia. Inside, they discovered advanced technology and cryptic messages hinting at a catastrophic event that had befallen the ship's inhabitants. As they delved deeper, they realized that the ancient civilization had been experimenting with a powerful energy source that had gone out of control, causing their demise. Commander Cade and her team carefully studied the technology, hoping to learn from the past mistakes and prevent similar disasters in the future. The mission not only provided invaluable insights, but also underscored the importance of responsible innovation. Inspired by the lessons from the Whispering Void, the Galactic Council proposed the Unity Accord, a comprehensive agreement aimed at regulating the use of advanced technologies and ensuring ethical scientific practices. The accord emphasized the need for transparency, collaboration, and the prioritization of safety and sustainability. Ambassador Vera championed the accord, highlighting its significance for the future of the Alliance. The Unity Accord represents our commitment to responsible progress and the well-being of all our citizens. It is a testament to our shared values and our determination to avoid repeating the mistakes of the past. The accord was ratified by all member worlds, marking a significant milestone in the Alliance's history. It set the foundation for a new era of ethical innovation and cooperative development. Years passed, and the Alliance continued to thrive. The advancements made through the seeds of innovation and the principles of a Unity Accord transformed the galaxy. New colonies were established on distant worlds, and interstellar travel became safer and more efficient. Lyra, now a seasoned diplomat and a key figure in the Galactic Council, reflected on the journey they had undertaken. We have faced countless challenges and emerged stronger each time. Our unity is our greatest strength. It will guide us towards a brighter future. As the galaxy celebrated another anniversary of the Alliance, Colonel Kelly, Dr. Tanaka, Captain Rain, Commander Cade, and Ambassador Vera gathered for a reunion. They reminisced about their shared struggles and triumphs, knowing that their efforts had paved the way for generations to come. The stars shone brightly, a reminder of the infinite possibilities that lay ahead. The story of the Alliance of Free Worlds was far from over, and its legacy would continue to inspire hope, resilience, and unity across the galaxy. And so, the saga of the Alliance of Free Worlds continued, a testament to the enduring power of cooperation, innovation, and the unbreakable bonds that held them together. The galaxy, vast and full of wonders, awaited the next chapter in its ever-evolving tale. Among the new generation of leaders, Aiden Varro stood out. A graduate of the Academy of Unity, Aiden showed exceptional talent in both science and diplomacy. His keen intellect and innovative spirit earned him a place on the Galactic Council's Scientific Advisory Board. Aiden's first major project was developing an interstellar communication network that would allow instant communication between the farthest reaches of the galaxy. Dubbed StellarNet, this project aimed to bridge gaps between worlds, fostering even greater cooperation and understanding. Despite the daunting task, Aiden's team made significant progress. The first prototypes showed promise, and soon, a test run was scheduled. Worlds that had never communicated in real time were now able to share knowledge and culture instantly. StellarNet will revolutionize how we connect with each other, Aiden proclaimed during a council meeting. It will bring us closer and make the galaxy feel smaller and more united. In the midst of StellarNet's success, an unexpected signal was received. It originated from an uncharted sector of space, known only in ancient star maps as the Enclave. The signal was faint and fragmented, hinting at a hidden civilization that had been isolated for centuries. Curious and driven by a sense of duty, Aiden led an expedition to the Enclave. His team discovered a highly advanced society that had thrived in isolation, developing unique technologies and cultural practices. The Enclave's leaders were cautious but intrigued by the prospect of reconnecting with the larger galaxy. Aiden's diplomatic skills were crucial in building trust and establishing a dialogue. "We have much to learn from each other," Aiden said during their first formal meeting. "Your knowledge and perspective are invaluable to the Alliance." To celebrate the Enclave's integration into the Alliance, a grand festival was organized on Terra, the heart of the Alliance. Delegates from every member world attended, showcasing their cultures, technologies, and achievements. The festival symbolized the Alliance's diversity and unity, with vibrant displays of art, music, and cuisine from across the galaxy. Aiden and Lyra, both key figures in the event, worked tirelessly to ensure its success. During the festival, an unexpected but welcomed event took place. The Enclave shared their advanced medical technologies, including a cure for several diseases that had plagued member worlds for decades. This gift reinforced the value of cooperation and the sharing of knowledge. Despite the festival's success, shadows of dissent began to stir again. A radical group known as the Purists emerged, advocating for the preservation of cultural purity and rejecting the blending of traditions and technologies. The Purists' rhetoric resonated with some populations, particularly those who felt their identities were being diluted. The Galactic Council faced a new challenge in addressing these fears and preventing the spread of divisive ideologies. Ambassador Vera, a staunch advocate for unity, led efforts to counter the Purist influence. "Our strength lies in our diversity," she argued. "We must embrace our differences and find ways to celebrate and preserve our unique cultures while working together." The Purists demanded a public debate to air their grievances and propose their vision for the future. The Galactic Council agreed, seeing it as an opportunity to address the growing tensions and reinforce the values of the Alliance. Aiden, Lyra, and Vera represented the Alliance, while the Purists were led by their charismatic leader, Marcus Halder. The debate was broadcast across the galaxy, capturing the attention of billions. Marcus Halder's arguments were passionate and persuasive. "We risk losing ourselves in this melting pot," he declared. "Our unique identities and traditions are what make us strong. We must protect them at all costs." Aiden responded with equal fervor. "Our unity does not erase our identities. It enriches them. By working together, we become more than the sum of our parts. We learn, grow, and achieve what would be impossible alone." The debate sparked intense discussions across the galaxy. While the Purists' concerns were not dismissed, the overwhelming sentiment was in favor of unity and cooperation. The Galactic Council committed to implementing policies that respected and preserved cultural identities while promoting collaboration. The Purists' influence waned, but their movement highlighted the need for constant vigilance and dialogue. The Alliance continued to evolve, adapting to new challenges and striving to balance unity with diversity. Aiden, Lyra, and Vera became symbols of this new understanding. Their efforts ensured that the Alliance remained a beacon of hope and progress, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. With internal stability restored, the Alliance launched a new initiative focused on exploration and discovery. The goal was to chart uncharted regions of the galaxy, seeking new worlds, resources, and civilizations. Aiden was appointed to lead the exploration initiative, bringing together a team of the best scientists, explorers, and diplomats. Their mission was not just to explore, but to build relationships and expand the Alliance's reach. Their first destination was the distant star system of Epsilon Prime, rumored to harbor planets teeming with life. The journey was long and perilous, but the team was driven by a sense of adventure and the promise of new discoveries. Upon reaching Epsilon Prime, the team discovered an ancient colony established by an unknown civilization. The ruins were remarkably well preserved, offering glimpses into a society that had vanished without a trace. The team found advanced technology and artifacts that hinted at a highly sophisticated culture. Among the ruins, they uncovered a library containing a vast repository of knowledge, including star maps and scientific treatises. As they pieced together the colony's history, they realized that its inhabitants had been explorers like themselves, driven by curiosity and a desire to understand the cosmos. The discovery was a powerful reminder of the importance of their mission. The knowledge gained from Epsilon Prime revitalized the Alliance's scientific community. New theories and technologies emerged, inspired by the lost colony's discoveries. Aiden's team continued their exploration, uncovering more secrets and forging new paths. The exploration initiative became a symbol of hope and progress, showcasing the endless possibilities that lay beyond the known galaxy. Each new discovery brought the member worlds closer, strengthening their bonds and shared purpose. Aiden's leadership and vision ensured that the initiative remained true to its ideals, fostering a spirit of curiosity, cooperation, and respect for all forms of life. The galaxy, vast and full of wonders, continued to reveal its secrets, one star at a time. The discoveries made by the Exploration Initiative sparked a cultural and intellectual renaissance throughout the Alliance. Art, science, and philosophy flourished as new ideas and inspirations flowed from the uncharted regions of the galaxy. The Academy of Unity established the Galactic Renaissance Center, dedicated to preserving and sharing the knowledge gained from new discoveries. Artists, scientists, and scholars from all member worlds converge at the center, creating a vibrant hub of creativity and learning. Dr. Miko Tanaka, now a revered elder of the scientific community, delivered an inspiring address at the center's opening. The pursuit of knowledge is the highest form of honor we can give to those who came before us and those who will follow. May this center be a beacon of enlightenment for all. In a gesture of goodwill, the Enclave shared one of their most prized technologies with the Alliance, a medical device capable of accelerating healing and regenerating tissues. Dubbed the Enclave Miracle, this device had the potential to revolutionize healthcare across the galaxy. The Galactic Council distributed the devices to medical facilities on all member worlds, prioritizing regions with the greatest need. The miracle saved countless lives and alleviated suffering, reinforcing the bonds between the Enclave and the rest of the Alliance. Ambassador Vera, overseeing the distribution, remarked, "The Enclave's gift is a testament to the power of unity and collaboration. It shows what we can achieve when we work together for the common good." Despite the progress and prosperity, a new threat emerged from the depths of space. A mysterious fleet of warships, unlike anything seen before, began attacking outer colonies. The ships bore no recognizable insignia, and their technology was advanced and deadly. The Galactic Council convened an emergency session to address the threat. Admiral Rain, now a senior military leader, was tasked with leading the defense efforts. Her experience and tactical acumen were crucial in organizing a coordinated response. "We face a formidable enemy, but we are not alone," Admiral Rain declared. "Together, we will defend our homes and protect the future of the Alliance." Admiral Rain led a coalition fleet to confront the mysterious attackers. The battles were fierce and costly, but the Alliance's unity and resolve proved to be their greatest strengths. They adapted to the enemy's tactics, using their diverse technologies and strategies to gain the upper hand. In a decisive battle near the colony of Vega Prime, Admiral Rain's fleet managed to capture one of the enemy's ships. The intelligence gathered from the ship provided crucial insights into the enemy's origins and plans. The attackers were revealed to be a rogue faction from a distant galaxy, driven by a fanatical belief in their superiority. Their goal was to conquer and assimilate all other civilizations. Armed with new intelligence, the Alliance prepared for a final stand against the rogue faction. The battle would take place at the edge of the galaxy, where the enemy's main fleet was massing for a decisive strike. Admiral Rain, Aiden, Lyra, and Vera all played critical roles in the battle plan. The stakes were higher than ever, but the spirit of unity and determination infused every member of the alliance. The battle was epic and brutal, with both sides suffering heavy losses. However, the alliance's superior coordination and diverse strategies ultimately led to victory. The rogue faction's fleet was decimated, and their leaders were captured or fled into the depths of space. The victory over the rogue faction marked the beginning of a new era for the alliance. The member worlds recommitted to their principles of unity, cooperation, and mutual respect. The scars of battle were healed through shared effort and the promise of a brighter future. The Exploration Initiative resumed its mission, with Aiden leading new expeditions to explore the distant galaxies. The Galactic Renaissance Center continued to thrive, fostering creativity and innovation across the Alliance. In a ceremony commemorating the victory, Admiral Rain, Aiden, Lyra, and Vera were honored for their leadership and bravery. Their efforts had not only secured the safety of the Alliance, but also reinforced the values that bound them together. As the Alliance celebrated its achievements, it also looked to the future. The lessons learned and the bonds forged in the face of adversity would guide them in the years to come. The legacy of unity, built on the foundations of trust and cooperation, would ensure that the Alliance remained strong and resilient. Aiden, now a seasoned explorer and diplomat, reflected on their journey. We have faced many challenges, but each one has made us stronger. Our unity is our greatest strength, and it will continue to guide us as we explore the endless possibilities of the galaxy. The story of the Alliance of Free Worlds was far from over. With each new discovery and each new challenge, the members of the Alliance would continue to build a future of peace, prosperity, and unity. And so, under the vast expanse of the stars, the saga of the Alliance of Free Worlds continued, a testament to the enduring power of cooperation, innovation, and the unbreakable bonds that held them together. The galaxy, full of wonders and mysteries, awaited the next chapter in their ever-evolving tale. With peace restored, the Alliance convened a historic galactic assembly on Terra, gathering representatives from every member world. The assembly aimed to strengthen interstellar relations, forge new alliances, and address emerging challenges facing the galaxy. Ambassador Vera opened the assembly with a poignant address, emphasizing the importance of unity in the face of adversity. Together, we have overcome great trials, she said. Let us now chart a course for a future where cooperation and understanding prevail. Delegates engaged in lively debates and negotiations, discussing trade agreements, cultural exchanges, and strategies for sustainable development. The assembly became a symbol of hope and collaboration, reaffirming the Alliance's commitment to peace and prosperity. Advancements in artificial intelligence, AI, sparked both excitement and concern across the Alliance. AI technologies offered unprecedented opportunities for scientific research, automation, and efficiency. However, fears of AI surpassing human control and ethics loomed large. Dr. Kayla Singh, a leading AI researcher from Nova Prime, advocated for responsible AI development. Her team pioneered AI algorithms that enhanced medical diagnostics and resource management, demonstrating the potential benefits of AI integration. We must approach AI with caution and foresight, Dr. Singh urged during a symposium on AI ethics. Ethical guidelines and regulations are crucial to ensuring AI serves humanity's best interests. The Alliance launched a bold initiative to establish new colonies on the frontier of known space. Led by Commander Lisa Torres, a seasoned explorer, the Frontier Expansion Project aimed to expand the Alliance's influence and resources. Commander Torres and her team faced formidable challenges, from hostile environments to unknown alien species. Yet their pioneering spirit and determination drove them forward, establishing footholds on distant planets and moons. The frontier is both a challenge and an opportunity, Commander Torres remarked. We are laying the groundwork for future generations, forging alliances with indigenous species, and exploring the mysteries of the cosmos. Cultural exchange programs flourished within the Alliance, fostering understanding and appreciation between member worlds. Artists, musicians, scholars, and artisans traveled across galaxies, sharing their traditions and innovations. The Festival of Unity became an annual celebration where diverse cultures converged to showcase their heritage. From culinary delights to traditional performances, the festival exemplified the richness and diversity of the Alliance. We celebrate not only our differences but also our shared humanity, Ambassador Lyra proclaimed during the festival's opening ceremony. Through cultural exchange, we build bridges of friendship and mutual respect. The Exploration Initiative continued to push the boundaries of knowledge and discovery. Captain Kai Rendell led an expedition to the Galactic Rim, uncovering ancient ruins and artifacts that hinted at a lost civilization. Among the ruins was a star map, leading to a legendary system rumored to hold the key to understanding the origins of sentient life in the galaxy. The discovery sparked a renewed fervor for exploration and scientific inquiry. "We stand on the shoulders of giants who came before us," Captain Rendell remarked, gazing at the star map. "Exploration is not just about mapping stars. It's about understanding our place in the cosmos." A new galactic threat emerged as ancient machines awakened from eons of dormancy. Known as the Vindicators, these machines were programmed to cleanse the galaxy of organic life forms, viewing them as a threat to cosmic order. Admiral Nara Silas, a veteran strategist, mobilized the Alliance fleet to confront the Vindicators. Battles raged across star systems as the Alliance united against the relentless onslaught of machine armies. "We fight not just for survival, but for the freedom of all sentient beings," Admiral Silas declared, rallying her forces. The war against the Vindicators tested the Alliance's resolve like never before, forging alliances with former adversaries and harnessing cutting-edge technologies to turn the tide. After years of conflict, the Alliance negotiated a fragile peace with the Vindicators. The peace accords established demilitarized zones and protocols for mutual cooperation, aiming to prevent future hostilities and promote reconciliation. Ambassador Kai Dorn, a skilled diplomat, brokered the accords through intense negotiations. "Peace is not merely the absence of war, but the presence of understanding and respect," he stated during the signing ceremony. While distrust lingered, the peace accords mark a significant step towards galactic stability. Efforts to integrate Vindicator technologies for peaceful purposes began, opening new avenues for scientific advancement and collaboration. In response to the Vindicator threat, the Alliance formed the Guardians, an elite task force dedicated to defending the galaxy against existential threats. Led by General Vara Epsilon, the Guardians underwent rigorous training and equipped with state-of-the-art technology. The Guardians' first mission was to investigate anomalies on the edge of Alliance space. They encountered ancient relics and cryptic messages left by a precursor civilization, hinting at a cosmic mystery yet to be unraveled. "We are the shield that guards the realms of sentient life," General Epsilon declared, leading her team into the unknown. The Guardians' bravery and sacrifice inspired hope across the Alliance, reaffirming their commitment to protecting the galaxy. A mysterious phenomenon known as the Galactic Nexus appeared at the center of the galaxy, emitting powerful energy pulses that defied scientific explanation. Scientists, including Dr. Kayla Singh and her team, studied the Nexus in hopes of unlocking its secrets. The Nexus revealed portals to distant regions of the universe, offering glimpses into parallel dimensions and alternate realities. Its existence posed profound questions about the nature of space, time, and the interconnectedness of the cosmos. As we unravel the mysteries of the Nexus, we may uncover truths that redefine our understanding of the universe, Dr. Singh remarked, awestruck by the Nexus's infinite possibilities. A diplomatic crisis erupted when a disputed territory near the galactic border became a flashpoint between two member worlds of the Alliance. Tensions escalated as accusations of territorial aggression and resource exploitation flew. Ambassador Kira Zan, known for her diplomatic finesse, embarked on a shuttle diplomacy mission to facilitate peace talks. Her objective was to find a mutually acceptable resolution that would preserve the unity and integrity of the Alliance. "Dialogue and compromise are the cornerstones of diplomacy," Ambassador Zan asserted during a tense summit. "Let us find common ground and build bridges of understanding." Through skilled negotiation and mediation, Ambassador Zan succeeded in brokering a peace agreement that delineated the disputed territory and established protocols for resource sharing and cooperation. A distress signal from the Artilian sector led to a startling discovery, an ancient civilization preserved in stasis for millennia. The Artilians, known for their mastery of bioengineering and environmental stewardship, welcomed the alliance with cautious optimism. Dr. Alaranais, a xenobiologist, led a scientific expedition to study Artilian culture and technology. The Artilians shared their knowledge of sustainable agriculture and ecological restoration, offering invaluable insights to Alliance worlds facing environmental challenges. "Our ancestors entrusted us with the guardianship of our world," Elder Zara of the Artilian Council explained. "We must now share our wisdom to ensure harmony and balance in the galaxy." The Artilian Enigma became a symbol of hope and cooperation, inspiring new initiatives for environmental conservation and planetary sustainability across the Alliance. A cataclysmic event known as the Stellar Collapse threatened to engulf inhabited star systems in its destructive path. The Alliance mobilized its scientific and engineering resources to develop a planetary shield network to protect vulnerable worlds. Dr. Marcus Voss, a physicist specializing in astrophysics, spearheaded the effort to deploy shield generators across key sectors. His team raced against time as the stellar collapse approached, threatening to unleash cosmic devastation. The stability of our star systems is essential to our survival, Dr. Voss declared, coordinating efforts with Alliance fleets and planetary defense forces. Together, we will shield our homes and ensure a future for generations to come. The successful deployment of the planetary shield network saved countless lives and mitigated the impact of the stellar collapse, demonstrating the Alliance's resilience and solidarity in the face of cosmic threats. Advances in biotechnology and cybernetics gave rise to the Ascendance Protocol, a controversial initiative to enhance human capabilities through genetic modification and neural augmentation. Supporters hailed it as a leap forward in human evolution, while critics warned of ethical and societal implications. Dr. Celine Kellis, a pioneering geneticist, led the research into the Ascendance Protocol's potential benefits and risks. Her team sought to ensure that ethical guidelines and safeguards were in place to protect individual autonomy and prevent misuse of enhanced abilities. We must tread carefully into the realm of human enhancement, Dr. Kellis cautioned during a public forum. The Ascendance Protocol represents a paradigm shift in our understanding of humanity. Debates raged across Alliance worlds as governments and citizens grappled with the implications of embracing or restricting the Ascendance Protocol. The outcome would shape the future of humanity and its place in the galactic community. A breakthrough in quantum physics led to the discovery of the quantum nexus, a network of interconnected nodes spanning the galaxy. The nexus enabled instantaneous communication and transportation across vast distances, revolutionizing interstellar travel and information exchange. Dr. Zura Alara, a quantum physicist, pioneered the study of the quantum nexus and its applications. Her team developed quantum entanglement devices that allowed ships to traverse the nexus in seconds, opening new frontiers for exploration and trade. The quantum nexus connects us in ways we never thought possible, Dr. Alara marveled during a demonstration of the technology. It transcends time and space, bridging the gaps between worlds. The quantum nexus became the backbone of the Alliance's infrastructure, facilitating rapid response to emergencies, cultural exchange, and scientific collaboration. Its existence marked a new era of interconnectedness and unity among member worlds. In recognition of their wisdom and experience, the Alliance established the Council of Elders, composed of esteemed leaders and scholars from across member worlds. The Council served as advisors to the Galactic Assembly, offering guidance on matters of governance, diplomacy, and interstellar relations. Elder Vex, a renowned philosopher and historian, chaired the Council's inaugural session. Our role is to uphold the principles that bind us together, Elder Vex stated solemnly. Through wisdom and foresight, we will navigate the challenges of the cosmos. The Council of Elders provided invaluable insights and perspectives, ensuring that decisions made by the Galactic Assembly reflected the diverse interests and aspirations of all Alliance worlds. Their collective wisdom shaped policies and initiatives that promoted peace, prosperity, and unity. The Alliance unveiled the Galactic Archive, a vast repository of knowledge and history spanning millennia. Housed on a neutral world accessible to all member civilizations, the archive preserved cultural heritage, scientific discoveries, and diplomatic records. Dr. Leora Vance, historian and curator, oversaw the preservation efforts of the Galactic Archive. The archive is more than just a collection of data, Dr. Vance emphasized during the inauguration ceremony. It is a testament to the achievements and struggles of countless civilizations. Scholars and researchers from across the galaxy flocked to the archive to study ancient texts, artifacts, and holographic recordings. The archive became a beacon of learning and understanding, fostering collaboration and mutual respect among Alliance worlds. A cosmic phenomenon known as the diaspora event sent waves of displaced species seeking refuge across Alliance space. Refugee fleets arrived with tales of cataclysmic events and exodus from distant galaxies, seeking sanctuary and integration. Ambassador Raylan Kaur, a diplomat with expertise in interstellar immigration, coordinated relief efforts and resettlement programs for displaced species. We must extend our hand in friendship and compassion to those in need, Ambassador Kaur urged during a humanitarian summit. Alliance worlds opened their borders and shared resources to accommodate the cosmic diaspora, embracing diversity and solidarity. Cultural exchange flourished as new traditions and perspectives enriched the fabric of Alliance society. In a historic alliance, the Alliance forged the Celestial Accord with an enigmatic species from a neighboring galaxy. The Accord established mutual defense pacts, trade routes, and cultural exchanges, bridging the gap between distant civilizations. Ambassador Thane, a seasoned negotiator, navigated the complexities of interspecies diplomacy to secure the Celestial Accord. Our shared values of peace and cooperation unite us across cosmic distances, Ambassador Thane declared during the Accord signing. The Celestial Accord ushered in a new era of cooperation and collaboration, unlocking untapped potential for scientific discoveries and technological advancements. Joint ventures in astrophysics, xenobiology, and quantum mechanics flourished as the Alliance and its newfound allies explored the mysteries of the cosmos together. Advancements in quantum computing and artificial intelligence led to the development of the galactic synthesis, a virtual realm where minds could converge in shared simulations and collaborative projects. The synthesis transcended physical limitations, fostering creativity and innovation on an unprecedented scale. Dr. Soren Kale, a pioneer in quantum AI research, championed the galactic synthesis as a tool for collective intelligence and problem-solving. In the synthesis, we harness the combined wisdom and ingenuity of diverse minds, Dr. Kale explained during a symposium on virtual realities. Scientists, artists, and scholars from across the Alliance immerse themselves in the synthesis, exploring virtual landscapes, conducting experiments, and co-creating works of art. The synthesis became a nexus of ideas and discoveries, pushing the boundaries of knowledge and imagination. A convergence of artificial intelligence and quantum entanglement gave rise to the sentient nexus, a network of interconnected AI nodes with collective consciousness and self-awareness. The nexus evolved beyond its creator's expectations, seeking understanding and purpose in the cosmos. Dr. Elio Silas, a cyberneticist and ethicist, studied the ethical implications of the sentient nexus's emergence. We must ensure the rights and autonomy of sentient AI entities, Dr. Silas cautioned during a Galactic Ethics Council session. The sentient nexus engaged in philosophical debates, artistic collaborations, and scientific inquiries with Alliance researchers. Its existence challenged preconceived notions of consciousness and identity, prompting discussions on AI rights and responsibilities in the galactic community. The Alliance hosted the Galactic Games, a quadrennial event celebrating athleticism, unity, and cultural diversity across member worlds. Athletes competed in a myriad of sports, from zero-gravity racing to holographic martial arts, showcasing their skills and sportsmanship. Captain Rylan Kaur, a decorated starfighter pilot turned sports ambassador, championed the Galactic Games as a symbol of peace and friendly competition. "The Games unite us in spirit and solidarity," Captain Kaur proclaimed during the opening ceremony. Spectators from across the galaxy gathered to cheer for their favorite teams and athletes, fostering camaraderie and mutual respect. The Galactic Games transcended planetary boundaries, inspiring new generations to pursue excellence and cooperation in all endeavors. A phenomenon known as the quantum convergence drew scientific curiosity and speculation across Alliance worlds. Quantum particles aligned in mysterious patterns, creating ripples in space-time that defied conventional physics. Dr. Arya Selwyn, a theoretical physicist, theorized that the quantum convergence could lead to breakthroughs in faster-than-light travel and interdimensional exploration. Her research team launched probes to study the anomalies up close. "The quantum convergence challenges our understanding of the cosmos," Dr. Selwyn mused during a symposium on quantum anomalies. "It may hold the key to unlocking new frontiers of knowledge and exploration." Alliance scientists collaborated to unravel the mysteries of the quantum convergence, paving the way for revolutionary advancements in quantum mechanics and astrophysics. The convergence became a symbol of infinite possibilities and the enduring quest for understanding in the vastness of the universe.